Welcome to the July edition of the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report. We begin by looking at how a very busy legislative session affects school policy and what to watch for as the new school year approaches. MSBA's Chief Labor, Law, and Policy Officer Susan Goldhammer says that while many policies are being updated, there are two that are getting the most attention.
But there's two that I have districts that are really looking for, and one has gotten a lot of media attention, and it's the cell phone policy. Senate Bill 68 imposes a pretty strict rule regarding student use of not just cell phones, but all personal communication devices. And students are not allowed to use or display these devices essentially from bell to bell throughout the instructional day. That includes lunch times and passing periods, which a lot of districts had been a little bit more lenient on. Now, once the law goes into effect, August 28th, this will be a complete ban. And many districts have contacted us saying, oh my gosh, we've got to have a policy on this. Where's this policy? Where's this policy? And you are getting a policy. The policy is on its way. But I do want to point out, if you use MSBA standard policy language, and some districts have customized it, but if your district uses our standard JG-R, which is the Student Code of Conduct, it already prohibits student use of cell phones and other personal communication devices during the instructional day, including lunch periods and breaks. And so many districts are in better shape than what they thought, and they don't. We are, of course, going to get a more thorough policy with all of the exceptions and the law listed, and that is coming. The other one, which I think is going to get a little bit more attention as we get closer to school starting, is that the legislature has now passed a law that requires school districts to allow resident students who are homeschooled attending family-paced education, which is essentially a homeschool where they accept voucher money, or attending virtual schools. Those kids in your district are required to have an opportunity to participate in district athletics, fine arts, and co-curricular activities, even if the child is not enrolled in your district. So that's kind of a big change, and I think as word gets out to our homeschooling community, districts are going to see more headlines, and I think they're going to see more parents inquiring about participation.
Susan reminds us that policy updates can't be sent out until after the governor signs the bills. In the meantime, she says it's important to make sure your district isn't behind on policy adoption.
It's a problem for a lot of school districts because that essentially means they're out of compliance with the law. We encourage any district that uses our policy services to please contact us. We will help you get caught up. I will personally talk to you and explain to you the changes. We can help you plow through, but we really need to get caught up. MSBA typically sends out 4 updates a year. This year, we could have 5 or 6 updates. And so it's a busy year, and we just really don't want people to get behind.
Watch your email for the weekly and other updates for more policy news and information from MSBA. Susan covered so much important policy information that we couldn't fit it all into the board report. So visit the MSBA website or the MSBA YouTube channel to see the full interview with Susan. MSBA recently held its summer summit, and at the conclusion of the summit during the delegate assembly, Shelley Mantell of the Mountain View Birch Tree School District was sworn in as president of the Missouri School Boards Association after serving as president-elect for the past year. She told board members attending the summit that one of her themes in the coming year is servant leadership.
So as board members and leaders in education, we hold the future in our hands each day. We can choose to lead in many ways, but I hope in the year to come that we will choose to lead with a servant's heart and work tirelessly to energize the mind and will of our Missouri public schools so that we are always the school of choice for Missouri's children. I look forward to leading as a servant leader and walking beside you as we move Missouri's public education to the next level. Thank you for your support and your confidence in my leadership, and I look forward to serving with you. Thank you.
MSBA state officers elected during the delegate assembly meeting held at the summit include President-elect Keisha Lee of the Ladue School District and Vice President Riley Hartwell of the Joplin School District. And registration is now open for MSBA's fall regional meetings and for the 2025 MSBA Annual Conference in cooperation with the Missouri Association of School Administrators and the Missouri Association of School Business Officials. Visit the MSBA website for information on both of these upcoming events. That's it for this month. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and we'll see you in August for the next MSBA Board Report.